Greetings one and all. This is X82's, as always, welcoming right you to this episode of X82's Unscripted, and in this episode I'll be reviewing Zombie U for the Wii U. Now, as you may have seen my Resident Evil 5 review, you may know that I'm a fan of survival horror. So, when I heard about Zombie U, I was interested, of course. So when I got the chance to ask my parents to buy the game for me, they bought it for like 65 euros from some retail store that I won't name. So I played it and I did like it. Now, I won't do any story segment because the story is pretty much non-existent in the whole game. I mean, there is a plot, but it's really not that heavily based on it. I mean, it's just some guy prophesizing some apocalypse that turns everyone into zombies, and there's some survivors, and that to get to them there's the prepper. So yeah, there's pretty much that. So let's just get straight to the presentation, shall we?
Now then, let's start with the presentation. It's a little bit of mixed bag. I mean, the graphics, well, they're not phenomenal or something. They get the job done, I guess. But I also like the voice acting. I thought the voice acting was really good. And I have to say that this game has a great atmosphere. It's so dark and sometimes claustrophobic. So it's a mixed bag. I mean, the graphics are decent or almost as bad looking for the Wii U standards. I mean, Wii U can do good graphics, but it doesn't show the power of the Wii U right here now. But the atmosphere is just great. That's all I can add. Now then, the gameplay. It's a first-person survival horror game. It has good controls, even though I did had to get used to it a little bit at the time when I started to do this review, and the time when I was first time playing it. But it has so very innovative ways to use the Wii U gamepad. Like, you can scan the whole environment with the Wii U gamepad. You can check your backpack in real time, and one also is really interesting that you don't have the same character when you die. When your character dies, it becomes a zombie. So you have to get all your original stuff back from the zombie of your last player, which is really interesting idea, which is greatly implemented in this game. And I have to say, this is really one of those scary games, one of those that plays with your head, and it really scared me a little bit, but it doesn't have the same scare value now. So yeah, there's that.
And now for the replayability. The only replayability that I can find in the game are the offline competitive multiplayer, where one is where one player is the survivor, other one controls the zombies. I played it a couple of times and it's pretty fun, but nothing interesting. It would be more interesting if it was online multiplayer. So there's that. And also the survival mode, which means that when you die, you stay dead. End of story. You stay fucking dead. So it's pretty much how long will you survive in the game. So that's really kind of interesting, and it gets more of that scare factor for me. So yeah. And now for the final verdict. Zombie U gets 6 out of 10. It's a slightly above average game, and now that I remember about it, I did pay too much for it. Now that it's gone up at price for being like 10 to 20 euros, I would recommend it at that price, but it's still a good scary experience, and it has great atmosphere, but it just falls flat with the graphics and the story. So that's all I can say. It has good controls, the great ways to use the gamepad, but the story and the graphics could have been a little more tweaked and more fleshed out with the story. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode of X82's Unscripted, and as always, if you enjoyed it, you can like, favorite, or even subscribe. And if you have a request for me, comment down below. And while you're doing that, check my description box, where you'll find links to my Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch page. So you can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and follow me on Twitch. Now, next time... Oh, that was a loud band. Anyway, next time I'll go back for reviewing Wii games. So, next time I'll be reviewing Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii. Until next time, this is X82 signing out.